Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the November 9 India Romeo Alpha repeater, the 147255 repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is at K9GCR. I'll be here, and I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. This is the special Easter edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. That was that last stanza I just said. That was from Gene Autry, one of the singing cowboys. He came out with that song way back in the late 1940s. Again, welcome to this special. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the special Easter edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the November 9. India Romeo repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located in Freeport, and I'll be your net control, your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide on-air being placed for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or if the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 255 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you into the net. Let me reset. This net is being live streamed around the world via the internet. Mike at KD9MED is live streaming this net. And also it's being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Those of you who are checking in via the internet, go ahead and give your internet check in the mic, and he in turn will relay this your internet check in the me via the radio. Of course, if you're out in the sticks, if you can hear the repeater, but you can't get into it due to conditions, you're too far away from it, or weather conditions like we had last week, or else you don't have internet access. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FNFN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take a short time on mobile stations. If you have family time, or you can't stay with the net, you'd rather concentrate on your driving, you can't stay with the net for obvious reasons, we'll take your short time on mobile check-ins, and if you have traffic, we'll get your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or hamfests. Okay, one moment, please. And okay, after that, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take check-ins from southern Wisconsin. And after that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. And we'll do our regular features. The Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to answer them. Are you having a problem with your amplifier or power supply? What kind of an antenna you want to put up on your tower? Well, what kind of a radio do you want to buy? Mobile, base, or all mode? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net at DX corner. Did you make any DX reports this week? If you did, we'd like to hear about them. We'll have our swap nets. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want relate to hobbies, ramps, radio, or computers, so we'll do that. This is a special Easter edition of Friday Night Funding. I'm going to ask everybody, what are your plans for Easter Sunday or this weekend? What are your favorite memories of the holiday? I'm using red, purple, and green ink to symbolize Easter egg colors. Okay, hopefully everybody made the trip to 255. This is the first time we've held the Friday Night Funding on this repeater since April of 2017. We had last week, but due to the weather conditions, we had to move back to 195. So, okay. At this time, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have a short time of mobile stations? I'd like to check in at this time. Please call now.
Alpha 9, a Victor uniform. Michael in Janesville, and I have joined you to have fun.
Well, thank you very much, Mike, for checking in. This is what this net is all about, to have fun. Hey, are you at short time now? Are you going to stick around?
No, I'm sorry, I'm short time. I got a couple of things I have to get accomplished this evening. I thank you for inviting me, though. K9BU, back to then.
You're welcome, Mike. You're always welcome to check into this set. Happy Easter to you and your family. We'll talk to you maybe next week or down the log. Maybe Tuesday night on the Rock County net. Okay. Any more short time on most stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
AC9NW, I'm in Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
AC9NW. Okay, Tom. Glad you made the trip to 255 here. So you're sounding terrific. This Eric has a commercial antenna on top of his tower. His tower is 120 feet in the air. It's at his home QTH. So okay. Thanks for checking. Happy Easter to you and your family. Any more stations? Short time on mobile station want to check in. Please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry in Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
KD9HKX, Larry in Roscoe. Okay, Larry, I've got you checked in. Happy Easter to you and your family. We'll talk to you down the line. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations want to check in? Please call now.
KC9QPO, Paul Lowsburg. Short time, no traffic. Happy Easter.
Same to you, Paul. KC9QPL. You got a beautiful signal on this repeater there, Paul. You have a good evening. Happy Easter to you and your family. We'll talk to you down the log. Any more short time on most stations want to check in? Please call now. Okay, we have 4 short time stations. Okay, sounds good. Thanks to those stations for checking in, and happy Easter to you and your families. Okay. At this time, I will take general check-ins from Northern Illinois who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net at this time. Please call now.
KD9MED. Everybody sounds great tonight, Jimmy. This is working good.
KC9ICH, Robert in Rockford. Good evening, no traffic.
Okay, I've got 3 stations checked in. KD9MED, Kerry, the Duke of the Digital DX. Got you checked in. Yeah, Eric has, as I said, Eric has a commercial antenna put up on his 120-foot tower, his home QTH. Okay, Kerry, we'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. KC9ICH, Robert. Welcome. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. And thanks for checking in. And KD9MED, Mike in Rochelle, you got a beautiful signal tonight. I've also got you checked in. So, okay, are there any more stations from Northern Illinois who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
W9MBX, Manton, Rockford, no traffic.
W9JTC, checking in. Good evening, Jimmy.
Okay, two more check-in. W9AXD Manton, Rockford, got you checked in, Matt. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. And W9JTC, Jamie and Rockford, I got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable also. Both of you, Matt and Jamie, you're sounding beautiful on this repeater tonight. Oh, thanks. Okay. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, no further check-ins from Northern Illinois. At this time, I'll take check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. A station in Southern Wisconsin would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville.
Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India, Scott in Monroe.
All right, I've got three more stations checked in from Southern Wisconsin. K9RGG, Norman, Orfordville, Wisconsin. Got you checked in, Norm. Good, beautiful signal from Orfordville. Thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville. Got you checked in, Joe. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. And KC9YI, Scott and Monroe. Good signal coming from Monroe on this repeater. Got you checked in, Scott. I'll get back to you a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more check-ins from Southern Wisconsin would like to check in? Please call now. Well, it is Friday night fish fry night in Wisconsin. This being Good Friday, so this will probably be the last fish fry for a while. Well, they probably have them every Friday night throughout the year anyway. But this being Good Friday, Lent being over with, Easter coming up, figure you won't see any more advertisements from Culver's for their fish fries. They'll go back to advertising burgers and their chicken. So, okay, and those of you in the Milwaukee area, you need your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, or Braunschweiger. Of course, you cheese lovers eat some of that famous Wisconsin cheese, yeah. On your fish fries, you're eating your catfish, buffalo carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappies, bluegills, or what have you. Okay. At this time, do we have any stations from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin who would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I've got just a minute. K9G Shire, one moment, please. I'll be right back. Okay, this is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, formerly W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. I was on back on 6-1 and 195 making announcements in case anybody tuned into those repeaters that we're holding the Friday Night Fun Net here on this repeater. So, okay. Okay, now we'll go ahead with the traffic portion or some announcements. I talked to Tony, K9RFD, the other night. I'm happy to report VE testing session this last Saturday. We did pick up a brand new technician. Ham, he was the only person who showed up. One person showing up is better than no person showing up at all, which was the case the last two VE testing sessions. But this past Saturday, one person showed up and passed his technician's test. I don't know if that person is from around here or not. We'll find out shortly. Also, if you're not doing anything tomorrow morning, Stevens County Repair Association, we will be holding our monthly meeting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. at the Freeport Public Library. I don't know whether we will be down on the first floor or the second floor. Last month we were on the first floor. We usually meet on the second floor conference room, but that was not the case last week. Again, Stevens County Repair Association monthly meeting will take place tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. at the Freeport Public Library. If you're not doing anything, by all means, come on over. You got nothing better to do on a Saturday morning. Come over here and let's pack the place. Okay. Does anybody have any traffic they'd like to pass along? Okay, next we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. This is our TechNet portion of the net. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Do you want, what kind of radio do you want to buy? Mobile, base, or all mode, or what have you, FT8, or what have you? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions at this time they'd like to bring before the net?
KC9GCR.
K9GCR, K9YI. Go ahead, Scott.
Does anybody know of people that work on old Kenwood gear? Any repair people that still work on some of that old stuff?
Well, let's throw it out there. Scott, K9YI in Monroe, Wisconsin, wants to know if anybody's working on old Kenwood radios. Can anybody give us an idea? Well, I guess not, Scott. Sorry, we can't help you.
Jimmy, have him get a hold of Kurt, K9EN or NE, whatever it is there with he checks in.
Okay, Richard. Richard, thank you very much. Scott, did you copy that?
I got the Kurt part, but I didn't get the call sign.
That's KE9N, Kilo Echo 9 of November. He lives in Roscoe. He happens to be the president of RARA.
Oh, real good, real good. Well, I just thought I'd toss that out. I'm got an older rig that I don't know. It's going to be kind of a restoration project, I think. But I was just kind of curious whether anybody knew. At one time, there was some people that used to work for Burkhart's up in South Dakota that still did some repairs, and I'll have to look through the QST again to see if there's any ads, but getting harder and harder to find people that, will work on them, I think. So, anyway, thanks, Jim. This is KC9YI.
Boy, ain't that the truth. I hear you there. It's hard for a lot. You find anybody even working on any kind of an old radio anymore. That's for sure. Okay, Scott. Hey, thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Does anybody else have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net this time? Okay, next on the agenda, we're going to do the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. Did anybody make any DX contacts this week? I only had mine on a little bit. I didn't make any contacts at all, so. Okay. Did anybody make any DX reports that anybody would like to pass along? Please go ahead.
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Kerry, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. I got on the air for about 3 hours this week. I had 23 contacts, 14 countries. No new countries, just the same old boring countries, but there were two that I could say some things about. Brief reset. You always know that conditions are good when the DX is pouncing you instead of vice versa. I got on the air on 15 meters and I was working guys, and UN7 GBX spotted me and pounced me, and he's in Kazakhstan, in the city of Almaty, which is on the east side of Kazakhstan. Brief reset. Also on 15 meters, I worked YG3CPY in Indonesia. He's in East Java, a city called Madiun, and that means, in Indonesian, that means training, education, and industrial city. And he was kind enough to confirm me instantly. I love it when they do that. KD9MED.
This is K9G Charlotte Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central Report. That's great, Kerry. You work the station in Kazakhstan and in Indonesia, and that's nice when they can confirm your contact like that. You know, usually it takes forever, like to send him a QSL card. Well, especially from overseas, you got to figure it's probably, as Ricky WX9RLT always says, it probably takes forever and a day to get that QSL card. But that's great that they were able to acknowledge your call right away.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people love QSL cards. I used to do that back in the 60s, both as an operator and also as an SWL listener, and I got a big kick out of it. But these days they have these online databases. When if you're logging to the database anyway, the database goes ahead and compares your log to everybody else's log and sees who worked who. And you know, it takes care of doing the confirmations automatically. So yeah, brief reset. So yeah, you're not encountering the costs and the hassle of having to use the postal system and going through the bureaus and all that stuff. It's not that I don't appreciate the QSL cards that I get, but these online databases are slicker than sliced bread. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good there, Kerry. thanks for your DX report. We'll get back to you in a few minutes here for the round table. So thanks for your DX report. Does any other station have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, next we'll go ahead with the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of ramp trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. It may be mentioned priced over the air, but any handling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, before we continue, do we have any more stations who'd like to check into the Friday night fun net? If you're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, or grocery shopping or the show, you're just coming over and grocery shopping, you're getting ready for that big Easter dinner on Sunday, if you just turn your radio on, you've been copying the mail for the last 28 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday night fun net from anywhere in the region. With route traffic, please call K9GCR.
K9KZT, Larry, short time.
K9KZT, okay, Larry, I've got you short time. Listen, before I let you go, I was thinking, tomorrow being the night before Easter, there's probably going to be a lot of people attending services. I was thinking, what do you think about maybe canceling the net for tomorrow night? We'll pick it up again next Saturday the 15th. Well, what do you say about that?
I think it's KD9HKX's turn. I think it should be up to him. Has he checked in?
Yeah, but he checked in short time, though.
Why don't you give him a shout? Maybe he's still listening.
Okay, sounds good. KD9HKX, KD9HKX, K9GCR. No signal. Okay, Larry, thanks. We'll give him I'll give him a call, try to, or whatever. So, okay, sounds good. Hey, what are your, before I let you go, what are you going to be doing for Easter?
Going to church and probably the cemetery, and then having dinner. Back to you, K9KZT.
Okay, Larry, you got a beautiful signal on this repeater here. So, okay, 7-3. Have a good evening, and happy Easter to you and your family. And we'll talk to you down the now. Larry K9KZT has CW practices on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday evenings immediately following the respective 7 o'clock nets on the various repeaters. Did a great job last night, Gary. Larry, okay. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Happy Easter. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KD5JEO. This is Ted in Rockford. We're visiting from the Minneapolis area.
Hey, okay, that station with that 5 call. Come back with it again, repeat it slowly and phonetically if you would, please.
Certainly, that's Kilo Delta 5, Juliet Echo Oscar, KD5JEO. We're visiting Rockford from the Minneapolis area, and I was originally licensed in Texas. That's the reason for the 5 call.
Hey, sounds good. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. Well, tonight we're using the 147.255 repeater. We usually meet on the 146.61 repeater in Rockford, and if we can't meet there, we'll meet on the 147.195 repeater. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. Mike, KD9MED in Rochelle, Illinois, is live streaming this net. He's also recording it for future rebroadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. If you have Facebook, go to the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, follow instructions. You not only can listen to tonight's net, but you listen to past editions of the net. This net was not recorded last Friday because of the very bad weather conditions we had. So, pleasure meeting your acquaintance.
Thank you, sir. Good to be here, and happy Easter to everyone.
I didn't catch your name there.
The name is Ted, Tango Echo Delta, and that's KD5JEO.
Tad, pleasure meeting your acquaintance. Happy Easter to you and your family, and thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. When you get to your home QTH in Minnesota, contact Larry Mike K9MED, and you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net via the internet. Check in on the internet, and you relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Thanks for checking in. Okay, any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Oh boy, I'm so excited I don't even know what I'm talking about. Any more stations wishing to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
CO. Hey, Jimmy, if Scott don't make contact with Kurt or Kurt can't help him, have him give me a call on the direct line. You got my house number. I'll give him another name, but I don't want to do it over the air. N9CO.
I understand. I understand. I'll get back to him in a few minutes during the roundtable. Okay, Richard. Thanks very much. Oh, and by the way, Richard, N9ZO, still has tickets to the upcoming Sandwich Ham Fest. That will take place on Sunday, May the 7th. You want to give him a call? Contact him at area code 815-547-8686. 815-547-8686. You want they're $8 advance tickets to the Sandwich Ham Fest. They're $10 at the gate. You get an $8 ticket, you're eligible for 2 drawings, and with $10 ticket, you're eligible for 1 drawing. So, okay, we'll get that out of the way. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. This is K9RFD the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay, let's go ahead with the roundtable. What are you doing Easter Sunday? What are you going to have a big dinner? What are your favorite memories of the holiday or what have you? Let's start off with Carrie, KD9MED. Carrie, what are you going to be doing for Easter?
Check in.
Okay, check in, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know if I'd make it. Hey, Jimmy, KC9DDF, check me in. Just short time, though, one and done. Have a great weekend. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on this repeater, and have a good Easter. Back to you, Jimmy. Thank you so much for getting me in there. KC9DDF.
Welcome, John. I've got you checked in, and yeah, it's been first time in about 6 years since we used this repeater. Eric got this repeater back on the air again. It's on 100. He's using 120-foot tower as home QTH, and he's using a commercial antenna. You're a little bit sagged, but you're coming in good. Thank you. Happy Easter to you and your family. John, we'll talk to you again.
Check in. Strange, check in.
Okay, any more stations you want to check in? Please go now.
N9, GLB. Hey, Freeport, in now.
N9 K9DLB, Dave here in Freeport, mile east of me, lives north of beautiful downtown Freeport. Okay, Dave, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. If I don't talk to you again, you and your family have a happy Easter. Any more check-ins, any more station-wide check-in, please call now. Okay. Carrie, K9MED, what are you going to be doing for Easter Sunday?
This is KD9MED. I can't get over how good everybody sounds here. And that's cool that we had that check-in from Ted passing through. Let's see here. I've been buying a lot of books lately. I got rid of all my books about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and I felt so liberated, you know, decluttering the place. And now I'm buying more books. It's crazy. Oh, Jimmy, before I forget, it looks like I'm going to be out to your Crepe Park Field Day this year. Little birdie told me that Rah-Rah probably wasn't going to have one, so I got in touch with Norm, and I think I'm going to be out there with you guys this year.
Well, that's great, Kerry. Congratulations. And yeah, Norm told me about that. It was during the Wednesday evening swap net, which I was in control. But yeah, that's good. We're sure looking forward to hearing from you. I don't know if you probably never been to Crepe Park. It's a beautiful park. We're on Flagstaff Hill. So that's a good. We've had field days there for many years. The past couple, let's see. The last time you were at our field days was in 2019. Of course, we were out at Oakdale Nature Preserve at the time. So that's good. Well, we're looking forward to having you.
Well, I'm glad to be welcome there. I love Oakdale, but yeah, I've been out to Crepe Park. Let me tell you something about Crepe Park, Jimmy. It spells the same way forwards and backwards. Does that blow your mind or what?
You know something, Kerry? I never thought about that.
Well, it's not a healthy thing to think about, but it's what they call a palindrome. Anyway, what am I going to be doing for Easter? Well, the only holiday-specific thing I do is look for a movie, a Bible movie. And I was thinking about, I was going to choose between two of them this year. Brief reset. One that came out recently is called Risen, and that's especially appropriate for Easter. It's a really good movie. It's for adults, but it's a really, really good movie. It's kind of like a detective story. And the other one is movie from 1964 by a guy named Pasolini. It's called The Gospel According to St. Matthew. I haven't seen that one in years. And this is a guy who made many bawdy, ribald, and outright offensive movies, but for some reason he made this excellent movie about Jesus, and I recommend it highly. So that's probably what I'll be doing. One of those two movies I'll be watching. KD9MED.
That's great. Unfortunately, I got a VCR that's not connected. But every year I used to, Hey, did you watch the Ten Commandments last Saturday night on Channel 17?
Oh, I've probably seen it in the last year. I didn't see it this week, but I'm sure I've seen it in the last year.
That started at 7 o'clock and went to 11:45. I never get tired of watching that movie. Yeah, with Charlton Heston and Yul Brynner. But I was going to say the one movie that I always one of my favorites on Easter was Barabbas with Anthony Quinn. It's a fictionalized account of Barabbas, but I enjoyed watching that movie anyway. How he later became converted to Christianity. That was a good movie. I don't know if you ever saw that or not.
Oh, sure, I've seen Barabbas. I guess the most emotional movie about Christ is the 1960 Ben-Hur. You know, a lot of people think that movie is about a chariot race, and it's really not. It's about Jesus, and it's so well made, and the soundtrack is so moving. It gives me goosebumps. That movie, it's great. KD9MED.
Okay, Terry, sounds good. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy those movies. Happy Easter to you and your family. Okay, was there another station trying to check in? Another station, come back, please. All right, okay, let's move on. K9RFD, Robert, what's going on with you? What are you doing Easter Sunday?
Not a whole lot going on with me, other than I went to the orthopedic surgeon yesterday, and I get to have the left hip cut out and a new one put in. So that'll be fun. That's coming up on the 24th. For Easter, probably going to try to get my son to sit still for more than 5 minutes and watch the Passion of the Christ. So that's what I'm doing. And we'll probably go out and grab something to eat. So back to you. Good to hear the repeater's back up and running. Sounds great.
Sounds good. Hey, thank you for checking in. I think last week I put you down as an honorary check-in, or the week before, but hey, thanks for checking in. Happy Easter to you and your family. And we'll talk to you again. Okay, Mike, KD9MED, Rochelle. What's going on with you? What are you doing Easter? Sounds good, Mike, and thank you for all you do. Happy Easter to you and your family. I don't know if you're going to get any internet check-ins or not. There probably a lot of people on the internet probably don't know that we're on another repeater other than what we usually use. So sounds good. Happy Easter, Mike. Thanks for all you do. Okay. W9AXD, Matt, sorry we kept you waiting. What's going on with you? What are you going to be doing Easter?
KC9GCR, W3MBX, heading up to Kenosha with some family. My wife's family's all from there, so we'll be doing that. I do have a couple of things to announce, if I may. The 21st of May is our Gorilla Ham Fest, no fee. Just come on out, have a good time. It's at the YMCA Camp Winnebago. That's May 21st. And then I mentioned to one of the Larrys, K9KZT, that there's a Kids Day coming up. AARL has a Kids Day, brief reset. Kids Day is June 17th, and I didn't know if anybody was interested in come on out to camp, and I can get a bunch of the kids out there and get them on the radio, and if somebody's willing to help me out with that, that'd be great. I'm pretty new at this, so I kind of don't, I mean, I know what I'm doing, but we'd at least get them on the repeaters, but it'd be nice if we could, get a DX or get somebody across the country or something like that and get them excited about the radio. Back to net.
I think that's a good idea that you can do that. Get some of these younger people on the air. That's what we need. New blood. That's for sure. And thanks for mentioning about the Gorilla Ham Fest. May 21st. That's, yes, from 8 to 11 a.m. at Camp Winnebago. Again, nobody changing hands, no tickets, no VE testing sessions. It's just the ham radio operators getting together. You're going for a swap meet and a social. If you want to bring your own food, your own barbecue grill, you're welcome to do that. It's going to be all rain and shine, but I'm hoping for like a nice weather. At least the temperatures maybe in the low to mid 80s. I think that'd be great there too. Okay, thanks for have a safe trip to Kenosha, and happy Easter to you and your family. Okay, Jamie, W9JTC, what's going on with you? What are you doing for Easter?
Well, good evening, Jimmy. Everybody on the net, W9JTC here. Yeah, I'm just doing a little mouse repair here. I'm replacing those little feet on the computer mouse and getting those stickies off. The old ones are kind of fun. What am I doing for Easter? Well, I'm going to have two dinners here. One with my immediate family, my mom and my son and daughter-in-law will be here, and my daughter and son-in-law and my grandson. So we're going to be here at noon for that, and then going to have the in-laws and stuff coming for dinner. So yeah, two dinners here and at the house, and spending some time with family. That's sounds like that's going to be the plan for the weekend. Anyway, that's all I got, Jimmy. Boy, you sound really good on here. Everybody sound really good on this repeater, so I'm glad to see it in use. Back to you, sir, W9JTC.
Thanks, Jamie. You're welcome. Eric called me on the phone the other day. He told me about his license. He got information from the FCC this week about his new call sign for this repeater. November 9 IRA. So he told me he told me that I sound better on this repeater than I do on 61 or 195.
Yeah, I think everybody's sounding really good. I mean, I know those other repeaters are probably in higher antennas or whatever, but hopefully they can get those resolved here, and whatever need to be done. And be nice to, like I said, it's always nice to have fallback repeaters on the VHF side, and Skywarn needs something or whatever. It's always good to have them. You gotta, that's always good to have. So hats off to all the repeater owners in the area. So I know that's an expense, electric and all that good stuff, but it is very much appreciated. As I always say, support your local ham clubs or your local repeater owners so they can afford to keep them running. Back to you, Jimmy, W9JTC.
You're welcome, Jamie. And Ricky, WX9RLD, did a super job on the Skywarn net, the Northern Illinois Skywarn training net last night. He really did a good job. He's going to implement some new changes and what have you there. So, okay. Thanks for checking in, Jamie. Happy Easter to you and your family. We'll talk to you down the log. Okay, Norm, K9RGG, I hope you're still with us. If we put you to sleep, we're definitely sorry about the wait. Are you still there? What's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for Easter?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Yeah, I'm still awake, Jim. The chickens went to bed a little while ago, and I usually go to bed with the chickens, but I can make it for a few more minutes. I apologize for not making the net last week, but I guess nobody did. Boy, the lightning down here in Orfordville was just something horrible, so I didn't even try to turn the radio on. And for Easter, my wife and I are cooking a chicken out on the Weber grill, and that's about it with that. And also, KC9ACH said he's going to get a hip replaced. I got to tell him that's the best thing I ever did. I had both of mine replaced, not at the same time, two separate operations a few years ago. And both times, within an hour after coming out of the operating room, they had me up on my feet, and I was walking down the hall with a walker. And now I can walk just like I was a teenager again. So it's well worthwhile doing. So that's all I got to say here, Jim. Good luck to you, and happy Easter, and happy Easter to everybody on the net. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Oh, it sounds good, Norman. Last Friday night, I'll tell you what. I think most everyone had their antennas disconnected. I started that during this repeater, at 8:25 last Friday, I ended up going to the 195 repair, but the Skymore that was over with then. I was able to, I still had a good turnout. I think I had 21 or 22 check-ins. But that was, I still had a good turnout despite the weather. Yeah, the sirens were blowing here and it was coming down and people were waiting in line at Kentucky Fried Chicken all down stores to get their fill and the rain was coming down heavy. Yeah, that was a tragic situation there. So, yeah. At least tonight I can hold the Friday Night Fun Net in peace. We don't have to worry about any severe weather. Norm, I better let you go so you can hit the sack. Happy Easter to you and your family. We'll talk to you next week. Joe, K9ZIP in Janesville, are you still with us? What are you going to be doing for Easter?
Good evening, Jimmy. This is K9ZIP. Yeah, my wife and I don't really do anything for Easter. We don't celebrate that. However, a previous station did mention the movie Risen. I saw that when I was in theaters. Excellent movie, highly recommended. And you know, it's been about, I can't remember the last time I watched The Ten Commandments. And I bought the Blu-ray a few years ago. I might just pop that open this weekend and put that in and watch it. So that's our plans for Easter. Back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's for sure. For years, they used to show that on Easter weekend, but for the past few years, ABC's been showing it on the weekend before Easter. But I never get tired of watching that movie. That's for sure. Okay, hey, Joe, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Happy Easter to you and your family.
Happy Easter, 73.
Scott, K9YI is still with us. Scott Monroe, what's going on with you?
Back in.
Okay, check in, go ahead.
89 EPC, I just realized because you started going through the list there a second time that I must not have ever checked in. That's why I never got called.
Oh, you're right. We haven't gotten called there. I'm just going through the round table here. I'll get back to you. I'll get to you in a few minutes here, Al. Thanks for checking in. A beautiful signal tonight. Okay, K9YI, Scott Monroe. What are you doing for Easter?
Well, thanks, Jim. KC9GCR in the net. This is KC9YI. Well, we're probably go to one of the early services, church services, and then head back here and have some brunch and maybe try to enjoy some of the nice weather. I think it's supposed to be nice on Easter. I hope so. Sure was nice today. Took a nice walk around Cadiz Springs there, the lake there, and there are even a couple canoes out, and so it's starting to look a little more like spring around here now, which I'm ready for that. And it's always when the wind isn't very strong and sun is out nice and bright, and it's very comfortable temperature. It just kind of I kind of like the early spring when we don't have the storms and the snow. I put the snow blower away today. I hope for the season, but you never know around here. But anyway, kind of got the lawnmower out and sharpened the blade, and maybe try to get it juiced up and start it tomorrow. See if it runs. So anyway, back to net. KC9GCR. This is KC9YI.
Okay, Scott, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you this coming Sunday night in the Greene County net. Okay, Richard, N9ZO. What's going on with you? What are you doing for Easter?
Jimmy, it's another day here. We don't partake in any of the holidays and stuff. They're just a normal day like any other day. Just buying our time. Other than that, I might mow the grass. I mean, it'd be about that time it might be ready to get mowed, so. But normally we don't do anything for any of the holidays. All the kids got their own families and their own things to do, and so we don't have any. Of course, when my wife and I were younger, we had to go every holiday to Grandma and Grandpa's all the time, and so now that we're older, we kind of like the peace and quiet and the TV that's on. So that's basically what we'll be doing here, probably. I might fix a couple lobster tails, but that'll be decided that morning in 9-0.
Okay, Richard, sounds good. I hear you. So yeah, that's the way it is. That's how it's going to be with me here on Sunday. I'll go to church, and that's just going to be a regular, normal Sunday. We don't get together like we used to. My family, they do different stuff, and the only time we get together, well, at the end of last year, we had our Christmas just before the I think on December 30th, Friday, December 30th, New Year's, just before New Year's Eve there. So that's the only time we ever get together is around Christmas time. But I'm with you. I'm for spending the. I like the Sunday to be like normal days. Okay, hey, Richard, thanks for checking in. What a difference a week to make. So last week at this time we were worrying about watching the tragedy in Belvedere, and now it's peaceful and quiet there.
Jim, don't forget on that Amfest, there's 3 cash drawings at the end of it. You don't have to be there to win. I think, don't quote me because I haven't heard. I don't know if it's $100, $200, $300, or if it's $50, $100, and $150. But there's 3 cash drawings. You do not have to be there, and they'll send it to you. So for $8, it's a pretty good gamble. It's no different than buying a 50-50 raffle ticket at 9-0.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Richard, I see on channel they're advertising that USFL, United States Football League. I know you're a huge football fan. Do you watch that or not?
Jimmy, I'm starting to get to the decision that all sports are so badly refereed and they can't interpret the replays that I'm kind of losing interest in watching any sports anymore. About the only sport that I like that they can't screw up is golf, because that's an individual, but it's getting so bad that I don't even care if I watch it anymore. And 9-0.
Oh boy, well I hear you, Richard. I hear you. Hey, watch baseball. They got the pitch clock and what you got. 20 seconds to throw the ball. The batter's got a certain amount of time so you can to hit the ball and what have you there. That's getting to be a lot. The games are getting shorter now. So, okay. Richard, thanks for checking in. I know you don't check in that often, but I know you listen every Friday night, and I always put you down as an honorary checking, but I didn't have to do it tonight. You have a good evening. Happy Easter to you and your family, even though you're going to do like I do, just going to be a nice, quiet Sunday at home. Talk to you later. Thanks for checking in. Oh, God, K9KZT. All right. K9KZT and KD9MED are short time. And so is all right. Al, K9EPZ, what's going on with you? Well, it sounds like a dumb question. You're probably going to be home by yourself, too, but what are you going to be doing Easter?
I'm going to be home by myself. I'm going to go to church on Sunday via the internet, as I usually do. And I did buy and have Becky made for me last week. Earlier this week, made me some lamb. So I'm going to have lamb for Easter dinner.
You know, that's one thing I've never had. lamb. I'm not kidding you. They say it's supposed to be good there, but no, that's one thing I've never had before.
Oh yeah, you can buy it. Most of your grocery stores sell it. I usually get from Walmart. They have lamb breasts, which does have a lot of bone in it, but it's in the affordable range. I can do it now and then. Otherwise, lamb's quite expensive.
Oh boy, I hear you there. I hear you. Oh, okay, Al. You're making the repeater good. You're full quieting as if you're standing right next to me. That's good there.
Yeah, I want to say, if he's listening or not, I want to commend Eric on doing a good job getting this thing back up. Because you know, when was the last time we were able to hear Scott in Monroe on a repeater in Rockford?
God, that's for April 2017, because I looked through I keep every single check-in list of the Friday Night Fun that I've ever had since we started, since the very beginning back in 2008. And I looked through that. April 2017 was the last time we ever held this net on this repeater.
Yeah, it's gone for a long time, and it's really doing well for being at the height of that. But like I say, the repeater is well engineered and set up properly and adjusted properly and everything. You'd be surprised what you can do out of 120 feet, because it's definitely got a good receive. And I'm getting it at about a 10/9 over here on the transmit, so there's nothing wrong with it. It's doing well.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with it too. Eric called me on the phone the other day, let me know about his change of call on this repeater. You'll still keep his call N9MCS, but for the repeater, it's an N9 IRA. So he told me, he said I sound better on this repeater than I do on 61 or 195.
It's doing good. But anyway, I'll let you get back to the net. Just put on the news here anyway on 39. So back to net, KD9EPZ.
Sounds good, Al. Thanks for checking in. So I've got the news on. I just got done watching wrestling, so I got the news on channel 39 also. So okay, thanks for checking in, Al. Okay, that concludes my list. We have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. This is K9 GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the N9 IRA repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. Okay. I got a couple of Easter radio nut jokes I'm going to read here. This one, I don't know who wrote it, but it said, you know you're a radio nut when you scramble your Easter egg on top of your foot warmer or linear amplifier. And I don't know who sent that in. Here's one from Eric, N9MCS. You know you're a radio nut when you see the Easter bunny and you try to figure out how to attach aluminum foil between his ears. Here's another one that Eric and I put together. This, you know you're a radio nut when you say grace at the Easter dinner table, and you have your HD keyed and it goes out over the repeater. If you have a homemade radio you want to pass on, give me a call here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline, area code 815-232-FN, the 232-3636. The homemade radio enough jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway. Okay, we have 8 more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please call now. Okay, now wait a minute. Well, I'm only going to do, like I said earlier during the night, we had one person take their test last Saturday here in Freeport, and he passed his technician's license. I don't know if that person is from around here or not. I didn't think to ask Tony when I talked to him on the phone, but BE testing sessions here in Freeport are held on the first Saturday of the even-numbered months. The next VE session will take place on Saturday, June the 1st. It'll be at 12:30 p.m. Okay, I'm just going to do some questions here for Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. I'm going to try to keep it short if at all possible. This is for the benefit of those people who are studying for their first ham radio licenses. I know we got people listening on scanners who are studying for their first ham radio license. We got other people listening because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless you have a very expensive digital scanner. So, okay, here's the first question. Which of the following indicates that a station is listening on a repeater and looking for a contact? A, CQ followed by the repeater's call sign. B, the station's call sign followed by the word monitoring. C, the repeater call sign followed by the station's call sign. D, QSY followed by your call sign. Which of the following indicates that a station is listening on a repeater and looking for a contact? A, CQ followed by the repeater's call sign. B, the station's call sign followed by the word monitoring. C, the repeater call sign followed by the station's call sign. D, QSY followed by your call sign. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED, is it B, Bravo?
Yes, it is, Gary. You are correct. You are correct. Which of the following indicates that a station is listening on a repeater and looking for a contact? Correct answer is B, Bravo, the station's call sign followed by the word monitoring. Because repeaters usually have a strong signal on the known frequency, it's not necessary to make a long transmission to attract listeners tuning by. The easiest way is to just give your call sign followed by monitoring. Ham radio license manual page 6-4. Okay, let's find another one here. Okay, listen, no, wait a minute here. Okay, what does the term traffic refer to in net operation? A, messages exchanged by net stations. B, the number of stations checking in and out of a net. C, operation by mobile or portable stations. D, request to activate the net by a served agency. What does the term traffic refer to in net operation? A, messages exchanged by net stations. B, the number of stations checking in and out of a net. C, operation by mobile or portable stations. D, request to activate the net by a served agency. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. What does the term traffic refer to in net operation? Correct answer is A, alpha. Messages exchanged by net stations. Messages passed over the air that follow a set formal structure are called traffic. Exchanging the messages is called traffic handling. Ham radio license manual page 6-16. Oh boy, okay. Okay. What is the abbreviation? Just a minute. I'm going to skip that one. Yeah, too confusing. I'm not going to read that one. Okay. What is the voltage across a 2-ohm resistor of a current of 0.5 amperes flow through it? A, 1 volt. B, 0.25 volts. C, 2.5 volts. D, 1.5 volts. What is the voltage across a 2-ohm resistor if a current of 0.5 amperes flows through it? A, 1 volt. B, 0.25 volts. C, 2.5 volts. D, 1.5 volts. And anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. What is the voltage across a 2-ohm resistor if a current of 0.5 amperes flows through it? Correct answer is A alpha 1 volt. And I'm not even going to read the math problem or what have. We're going to move on. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay. How can fundamental overload, let's do that again. How can fundamental overload of a non-amateur radio or TV receiver by an amateur signal be reduced or eliminated? A, block the amateur signal with a filter at the antenna input of the effective receiver. B, block the interfering signal with a filter on the amateur transmitter. C, switch the transmitter from FM to SSB. D, switch the transmitter to a narrowband mode. How can fundamental overload of a non-amateur radio or TV receiver by an amateur signal be reduced or eliminated? A, block the amateur signal with a filter at the antenna input of the effective receiver. B, block the interfering signal with a filter on the amateur transmitter. C, switch the transmitter from FM to SSB. D, switch the transmitter to a narrowband mode. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. How can fundamental overload of a non-amateur radio or TV receiver by an amateur signal be reduced or eliminated? The question is A alpha, block the amateur signal with a filter at the antenna input of the effective receiver. Okay. I think I'm going to read. I'm going to read one more question. I think that'll be do it all. I don't know if anybody works satellites or not. We're going to skip that section. Okay. Those of you who work EchoLink should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What is required before using the EchoLink system? A. Complete the required EchoLink training. B. Purchase a license to use the EchoLink software. C. Register your call sign and provide proof of license. D. All these choices are correct. What is required before using the EchoLink system? A. Complete the required EchoLink training. B. Purchase a license to use the EchoLink software. C. Register your call sign and provide proof of license. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? Well, I guess nobody's using EchoLink, so I'll just go ahead. What is required before using the EchoLink system? A. Complete the required EchoLink training. B. Purchase a license to use the EchoLink software. C. Register your call sign and provide proof of license. Well, the correct answer is details. All these choices are correct. You must be a licensed amateur to use EchoLink repeaters. EchoLink allows audio to come from a PC and microphone, so a radio is not necessary, but hams are required to send a copy of their license to the EchoLink system administrator to be authorized to use the system. And radio license management page 6-14. That's going to do it for Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. We'll try it again next week. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Hey, go ahead, Mike. KF9SD Internet checking. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if we was going to be able to find us or not. I don't know how that works out. So that's great. I talked to him. The only time I hear him on the radio is when he checks into the Monroe, Wisconsin. He gets on almost every day. Because sometimes I monitor that 145 110 repeater in Monroe. Then once in a while you get in on 3-9 and check into the nets there too. So thanks, Mike. Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
KC9GCR, K9FLO.
K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. How you doing?
Good evening, Jimmy. Almost missed it, but I had got a hold of my brain, and it said to get down there and check in with you.
Okay, sounds good. You're checking number 21. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to find us or not, since we're holding it here on 255. This is a good repeater. Eric, K9MCS has got it working again. The tower is 120 feet in the air. He's using a commercial antenna there.
Sounded good here. Hit me at, oh gosh, I think about 40/9, something like that. Very strong, no problem at all. Audio sounds good. So Very good. I didn't. Was this repeater been off the air for a while?
Well, on the analog side, it was off there for several years. You know, he had it tuned to the so he operated on in the P25 mode. That was the digital mode. Then later on, I guess he decided that was getting to be a very expensive signal for him there. So he put it back on there on the analog. It's been back on there for at least about a couple weeks now.
Very good. Glad to hear it. Everybody has to remember is use these repeaters so that some other entity doesn't decide to take them away from us. That's good. And how's it going? Any questions tonight, or just enjoy the beautiful sunny day today? And I think I can safely say quickly moderating weather. So I'm looking forward to it. Nice to have sun here full time. And gives me time to start cleaning up the yard with all the stuff that's down and from all our storms. KC9GCR, K9RFD.
Yeah, I'm asking the question. You know, this is a special Easter edition of the Friday Night Fun, and I'm asking everybody what their plans are. What are you going to be doing for Easter Sunday?
Easter Sunday, we are going up to Whitewater, Wisconsin to visit my brother and his family and have some food and enjoy the time with them. We tried to get together on the holidays, and so we're kind of looking forward to it. And we're just kind of glad that it's going to be good weather this time. So that's our excitement there. Jamie, how about you?
It's just going to be a regular, normal Sunday for me. The family won't get together at all. The only time the family gets together anymore is around Christmas time, and that's it. Easter, they'll have other. I got two nieces, and I have one nephew. They have their own families. They'll be doing their own thing on Easter. So it's just going to be a normal Sunday for me.
That sounds good. Hey, it's better than having a Abby normal. You're at least safer on this one. Very good. Otherwise, not much happening here. Like I said, we're going to start maybe tomorrow. Got to get the tractor recommissioned and get that going and get the wagon hooked up. We got a lot of brush down still from the storms, and maybe get that done tomorrow, or at least start on it. And certainly going to have some very substantial burn pile this year. So I'll be glad to have our season change and get away from this weather and retire from doing yard work of this type. There, Jimmy.
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun then on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun at Central here in Freeport. Okay, that sounds good there. I'm looking forward to that too. They say next week we're supposed to be in the middle, upper 70s, close to 80s. That'd be fine too. Kirk KD9MED has not checked in as of yet. I don't know. He probably has not realized that we're on this repeater. I made the announcement a couple of times on both 195 and 61 about this net being held here on this repeater.
Oh, he's on vacation this couple weeks there, Jimmy. He's out on the East Coast, I think, participating in one of his son's wedding. So he's doing that family thing. And I think he'll be back, let's see, another week or so he'll be gone. So he'll be gone about 2 weeks. So he's doing that. He had to go through all that wonderful weather we had here earlier this week, and hope he made it out to his destination safely. but it had to be of concern for sure. But sounds like they're going to have a good time there, Jimmy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, he did say he was going to be, this week he was going to be gone. I forgot about that. Okay, well, later on I'll put him down as non-hurry checking. So, oh, yeah, that was definitely a bad time there last Friday. I said earlier, I said, well, at least I can hold the Friday night fun then in peace now. We don't have to worry about any bad weather or anything like that.
Yeah, I think we're out of the severe weather routine. I think we'll be moderating and letting that grass start to grow. And you know, it's interesting. The grass is all nice and green, but it's not growing. Of course, the benefit of that means we're not going to have to go out there and mow it. So I can live with that. All right, Jimmy, got to jump out of here. Take care. Talk to you later. 7 3s, and have a great weekend. KC9GCR, K9FO.
Okay, you too, Dean. You have a good evening. Well, I'm sure I'll probably hear you on the Rock County Net this coming Tuesday. We'll be here to talk to you next Friday night. Yeah, you don't see the leaves on the trees in full bloom until probably in the first part of May or even mid-May. Grass will even get green by then. Okay. 7-3's Dean. Have a happy Easter to you and your family. We'll talk to you next week. Are there any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Alpha Charlie 9, Golf Oscar, Larry and Rockton. Good evening, Jimmy.
AC9 and GO, Larry and Rockton. Hello, Larry. What's going on with you? We're talking about Easter. I'm asking everyone what their plans are for Easter. What are you going to be doing for Easter?
Oh, just probably spending a quiet day at home here. I know my wife's got something special that she's going to cook up, and so we'll enjoy that sometime in the afternoon. But nothing really special outside of a little different meal. Her family's clear out in California. I've got family in the Fort Wayne area, and then North Carolina and Quebec City. So they're all over the place. And this time of year is a little iffy as to whether you ought to travel at all. So that's nothing special, Jimmy. Hope you're going to have a good Sunday as well. AC9GO.
K9GCR. Yeah, it's going to be a regular normal Sunday for me. We're not. The only time the family and I get together is around Christmas time. My family got 2 nieces and 1 nephew. They have their own families. They have families of their own. They're going to be doing their own thing. And my sister and my brother will all be doing be a nice, quiet Easter for them. So it'll be just a normal Sunday for me.
Yep, that's pretty much what we're going to be. Is just more or less a normal Sunday. So anyhow, happy Easter to you and everyone out there. AC9GO.
Happy Easter to you and your family too, Larry. We'll talk to you down the log here. K9GCR. Do we have any more stations we want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. Let's see. About a half hour at 10 o'clock, if you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago with a PL 114.8 plus offset, the Night Watch will have their net going. That net meets 7 nights a week. I was not able to... 1 week, this week, they were coming in pretty good, but like last night and the night before, they weren't coming in worth a hoot. So that net runs 7 nights a week, and depending on how many check-ins they get, let's just see what happens. The Rag-Chew net, Saturday evening Rag-Chew net, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Larry, K9HKS. I'm going to have to call him on the phone. I don't have his phone number. I want to see. I think I got the feeling a lot of people are not going to be checking in with the Easter services being underway Saturday. I'm going to see maybe we can just postpone and then let's cancel it and have it next Saturday, the 15th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then let's see. At also at 8 p.m. on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, or technically it's in New Berlin, the PL 127.3 minus offset. We got the Saturday night fun net. That's a lot more structure than this net. You got to check in a certain way, and a lot of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. we got the Greene County Aries Races. That meets on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. That has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott K9YI, who checked this net earlier, is net control. It's a combination of Aries Races and Rag-Chew net. Sunday evening at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere, PL 100.0 plus offset. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net. The Whiteside County Aries Group holds its net, Sunday evening net, also at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. Excuse me, that's the PL 114.8 minus offset. You shouldn't have any problem getting that repeater. The antenna is about 200 feet on the air in the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower down at Sterling. I think Districts 1 and 16 are merged now. They go by Troop 1 now. Okay. Let's try to think. Oh yeah, Monday evening at 7 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater, we have the Monday evening rah-rah info net. Larry, K9KCT, and I share the duties of net control operator. I'll be doing the net this coming up Monday. Also, Larry, K9KCT has the CW practice at the conclusion of the net. The Lee County Aries Group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL of 82.5 minus offset. Immediately following that net, you got the Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club net, which meets on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL 100.0 minus offset. That net meets at 8:30 p.m. Okay, Tuesday evening, we got two nets to choose from. You got the Tuesday evening Delson Tech net, which meets on the 146.610 repeater at 7 o'clock with Larry, H9GO as your net control operator. We asked everybody how they're doing health-wise. They have any technical questions. Immediately following that net, Larry K9KCT will also do a CW practice. also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville. That has a PL 123.0 minus offset, the Rock County Aries Races net meet. Okay, now at Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m., the guys down in Ogle County recently started a brand new net. It's called the Ogle County Amateur Radio Net. It meets at 8:30 p.m. And if they have time, they'll switch over to the 146.595 simplex frequency to see if they can have a simplex net there. Immediately following that, at 9 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, that's the same time as the 8:30 net meets on that repeater. Also at 9 p.m., we got the Ogle County Amateur Radio Net for Aries Skywarn. That meets at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We do the weekly Steams County Aries net. I'm the net control station. I had 3 check-ins this past Wednesday. At 7:30 p.m. on Wednesdays on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd from the PL 123.0 plus offset. We got the Greater Boyd Amateur Radio Club net. I'm sorry to say I'm not able to hear that repeater at all. Then at 8 p.m. on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport, PL 114.8 plus offset, we got the Wednesday evening swap net. Runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to all traffic is handled. Mel, K9RFD, the trustee of the repeater, and I share the use of net control operator. I ran the net this past Wednesday. I think I had 9 check-ins, and Mel will run the net next week. Also, Mel brings us amateur radio news line, 15-minute independent news broadcast of the entirety of amateur radio. And Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater, the PL 114.8 plus offset, we have the Ogle County, we have the Northern Illinois Skywarn training net. Now, we did something different last week. Ricky had a long net. As those of you who tune in know, it went for 45 minutes. Usually doesn't last that long. So I did the Thursday evening health and tech net. And but here's how it usually works. We have the Skywarn training net first at 7 o'clock. Then we go into the Thursday evening health and tech net. And immediately following that, well, that was not the case last night. Larry K9KCG had something else going on. So therefore, he was not able to do cold practice. But that's usually the case. Larry K9KCG does cold practice at the conclusion of immediately following the conclusion of the Thursday evening health and the tech net. So that's 3 nights that Larry does this. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights immediately following the respective nets, 7 o'clock nets on the respective repeaters. And also, and you know what? I forgot to tune into that frequency and check in. Chad, W9AXD has his simplex net, also at 7 o'clock. It's on 146.400 simplex in Janesville. I don't know how many check-ins he had. I forgot to tune in. Maybe if he checks in, then I'll definitely ask him. But that's what's going on. Now, on HF, you got the senile net. For 1,400 hours, 1,500 hours Zulu on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, WD9MED. Okay, you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, support your local nets, support your local repeaters, operators, and by all means, you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means, support your local clubs. At this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, I'll tell you what, in order to kill some time here, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if there are any CW contests this weekend or not, but I think just to be on the safe side, I think I'm going to go ahead and read the DX Code of Conduct and the Contester's Code of Ethics. First of all, DX Code of Conduct. 1, I will listen, and then listen again before calling. Number 2, I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3, I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4, I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the USX slot. 5, I will wait for the DX station to end a contact before I call. 6, I will always send my full call sign. 7, I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8, I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9, I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10, I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11, when the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12, I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13, I will respect my fellow hands and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And number 14, this is suggested by Kerry, K9MED, and he's right. I will send a QSL card to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX Code of Conduct. Well, before I read the Contester's Code of Ethics, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Okay, at this time, I'm going to read the Contester's Code of Ethics. 1, I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2, I will obey the rules for amateur radio in my country. 3, I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call sign / exchange errors. 4, I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5, I will adhere to the DX Code of Conduct in my operating style. 6, I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activities. And finally, number 7, I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the Contester's Code of Ethics. I'll tell you what Rick K9QDP said. He said, if everybody obeyed the DX Code of Conduct and the Contester's Code of Ethics, there'd probably nobody be making a contact. He might be right, too. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to get my papers organized here. Okay, last but certainly not least, I'm going to do the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. It is well built and efficient. Its operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And then number 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony K9RFD always used to say, something to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? We're just coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You buy those groceries for that big Easter feast this coming Sunday. And if you just turn your radio on, or if you've been copying the mail for the last hour and 49 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. From anywhere in the region, with around traffic, please call K9 GCR. Okay, at this time, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. And what's better than an honorary check to start with than with Eric, K9MCS, the trustee of this repeater. Hold on. Okay, K9MCS, EC honorary check-in, okay? For, let's see. Okay. K9RFD. Tony. Our EC here to see if it's on the EC honorary check-in. Is the better half, Tracy. K9EAD. EC honorary check-in. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott. E9 Silver Fox. I talked to him on the phone the other day. He's doing fine. I told him to start checking into these nets. We miss you. I think what we ought to do, somebody should contact him and see if don't go there unannounced. He doesn't like that. Contact him by phone. Ask him if somebody could come and visit him. maybe we can see about getting his ham jack reconfigured so he can start checking in the nets, or maybe start checking in the HF nets again. So, okay. Continuing with these honorary check-ins, K9FD HD honorary check-in. You gotta put down Mike H9JC HD honorary check-in. All right. We gotta check in Kurt. KD9N. HD honorary check-in. Now to do my Steve Sakani honorary check-ins. Okay, KD9LOA. HD honorary check-in. And KD9OVJ. John McConnell, HD honorary check-in. He's at the Lemons Ambulance garage in the Lean. This is his shift to work. He's the vice president of our club, and I'm sure I'll see him tomorrow morning at our K9 Repeater Association monthly meeting at 11 a.m. at the Freeport Public Library. Oh, yes. I gotta check this guy in. Ricky. W9RLT. HC honorary check-in. Okay. He's checked in. Okay. Oh yeah, W9KLG, yeah. W9KLG. Kevin, HC honorary check-in. He's check-in number 33. Okay, do we have any more stations while checking the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what. I want to thank Eric N9MCS and the trustee of this repeater and the members of the November 9 India N9IRA group for allowing me to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. First time since April 2017 we've been able to use it, which is about 6 years. I'm going to run down the list of these stations I've checked in so far. Myself, K9GCR, net control. AE9VU, Mike in Janesville, H9NW. Tom in Roscoe, K9HKX, Larry in Roscoe. I got to give him a phone call tomorrow, that's all there is to it. H9QPL, Paul and Love Spark. I want to thank Terry, K9MED, Robert, K9ICH, Mike, K9MED, who is recording this, live stream this net on the internet for the Friday Night Fun Net. He's live streaming this net around the world on the internet. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. W3MBX, Matt and Robert, W9JTC, Jamie Osborne, Robert. K9RGG, Norman Orfordville, K9ZIP is Joe in Janesville, K9YI, Scott Monroe, N9ZO, Scott, Richard in Belvedere. Don't have to put him down as an honorary check. He checked in nice. Stand by hotline. That was K9IH. He's one of the check-ins on the, I think he's down in the LaSalle County. He checks in on the night watch net out of Chicago. That'll be getting underway in a couple minutes here. I told him to mention the Friday Night Fun net. He said he would do so. Checked on the hotline. So, okay. Well, what else we got here? Oh, yeah. K9KZT, Larry and Rockford checked in short time. KD9, K09J, EO from visiting from Minneapolis. K9DDF, John and Elgin. N9DLB, Dave in Freeport. K9EPC, Alan Rochelle. K9SC, Pat, Warren, Illinois, checked in via the internet. K9FLO, Dean and Roscoe. H9GO, Scott and Larry and Rockton, and now my honorary check-ins. N9MCS, N9ARB, N9TAB, AE9SF, K9FEO, H9JZ, AE9N, KD9LOA, KD9OBJ, WX9RLT, W9KLG, and K9IH. 34, let's see, hold on. Okay, we got a total of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. 21 on there check-ins, same number I had last week. One internet check-in, one hotline check-in, and let's see, my honor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 honorary check-ins, a grand total of 34 check-ins. Okay. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, and sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure to tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office and you buy your stamps, your envelopes. Be sure you tell your tax consultant tax day is coming up. Be sure you tell your cashier at your local bank when you go to withdraw money or whatever, or cash a check. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO, your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your used car, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams, your used car dealer, your news car dealer, your garage mechanic. Okay. sure you tell your boyfriends or girlfriends or ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends or husbands or wives or ex-husbands or ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you clench your fist or take a knee or sit in the clubhouse when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the bull, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9IRA Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown at this time. See, Kerry, K9MED was telling me he listens to jail frequencies at 10 o'clock right now. Dispatch is calling all the correctional officers. Lockdown. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Night-night, jailbirds. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, they're going to have a celebration of life for Fred Livingston, who was killed in the Apollo Theater tragedy 1 week ago tonight. It's going to be held sometime in July, just on the news right now. Okay. I want to thank everybody for checking in. This is sure the great net tonight, especially the first time in the 6 years that we've been able to hold this net on the 147.255 repeater. Last week, as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't count. We had 25 minutes in the net. We had to move the net to another repeater, the 195. But this counts tonight. So okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in. And I want to thank everybody for checking in. It was a great Easter edition of the net. Folks, when you sit down to your Easter dinner this coming Sunday, please remember what this holiday is all about and why we celebrate this holiday. The resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. But this is one of the best times of the year. You know, I'll tell you what, folks, I would take Easter over Christmas. This holiday is not so commercialized like Christmas, so I definitely enjoy this holiday, that's for sure. Again, please remember what this holiday is all about and why we celebrate it when you sit down to your Easter dinner this coming Sunday. Okay, I want to thank everybody for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. It's a successful net tonight. So, with that, this is the last call for A stations. Want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region. With ground traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Rantajaw. Okay. Tuning in next week, same time. Tuning in next week for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I don't know what repeater will be on next week, so tune in and find out. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now closing down this special Easter edition, Friday, April 7, 2023 edition of Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeater and the frequency to normal amateur radio use at 9:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time. 3 hours, 5 minutes Zulu time with a total of 34 check-ins overall. This is now closed. Repeater is now open for normal after radio use. 730, everybody. This is K9 GCR saying Happy Easter to all, and to all a good night. 7-3, K9 GCR, be clear. K9MED, K9MED, K9 GCR. Go ahead and post it, Mike. 2 hour, 5 minute net, and an unofficial count of 34 check-ins overall. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for all you do. You have a happy Easter. The same goes for you and your family. And we'll talk to you next Friday night.